I think it's working. Okay, I got a new one here. How'd that work for you? All right. So my last video might have been a little sharp. Sleep when we die, you're damn right. Well, it turns out the guy who was not getting it with the MD in the Facebook group there, he was actually trolling some posts. All right. Well, I'm going to put him on my list for when the world goes down. I want him in front of my primary target because when I go postal, there's some folks I'm going after. Let's see. So I got the scope and I got a sack of pennies. Sleep, let's sleep. Beats me, man. Well, you close your eyes and don't move. Oh, wow, that is zoomed in, isn't it? I could probably zoom out just a bit here. There. The new scope has a little more power, I think. Okay. I'm going to work on the lighting on this thing. Looks good. Got some crud on it. There, you see the funny color there? The zinc has been, or no, the copper has been perforated. That's a little bit of scraping. Oh, well, there you go. There's some scrape. Look, it's like the Terminator. You know the part where, like, he cuts his eye out and he gets run over by the truck? Yeah, that's the Terminator penny. Purge. He got purged, or he purged himself. Sometimes they throw themselves out of those groups. Yeah, I said just wait for it. They throw themselves away. Okay, let's work on the lighting here. A little less, perhaps. Ooh, that's closer to reality. All right, what's this? I want to see what that is. Anything else I had to look at? Okay, a little more light, perhaps, but not too much. All right, there we go. That's I could open this up. Scalped. Yeah. Okay, what do you have that thing right up there? I got that bit. I gotta look at that. If I tilt the coin, it's still there. All right, I got a loop here. I had a loop here. Watching your MD video, way cool. Yeah, I was a little grouchy on that one. Well, the guy who was screwing with me. Okay, that's just a little blister is all that is. Yeah, he was trolling the group and probably pissing off a whole lot of people. Yep, he's gone. He's gone forever, and that's that. Hell, I even went through and blocked him. The new scope is identical. I think probably the chip inside is the same. Oh, that's what we got here. Where's that stick? But the lights work. The other one, you figure I left it on right here because I go to bed and the thing's on. I get up and the thing's ready for me. All right, what's that? What's this stuff? I got some doo-doo here. Well, over 2 years of sitting there running continually, I guess the lights kind of crapped out. Okay, what do you got here? We got some dye-wear. Yeah, this is dye-wear, and maybe some bit of clash on the other side. That's a good spot for clashing. It should be up here a little more. All right. You get these pits form on occasion. You see it a lot on dimes and sometimes on nickels, but on dimes it seems to be more common. It's a form of dye deterioration where it actually exfoliates the dye. Let's see, how do I explain what the hell that is? It's just big, pits. Areas where the dye was a little bit weaker, perhaps. Okay, those are just big fat dye chips. Anything going on the date? I might look at that with a loop. You're always going to see more with a loop than you're ever going to see with one of these cameras. Ken Grouchy? Man, I was at a Denny's. I don't know, what year is this? Over 30 years ago, and this one girl, what the hell was her name? Stacy Spacey, I called her. And Oh, she's always asking questions and shit and making comments through the food window. I think she wanted me. Uh, and that's understandable. I was cute when I was young. Anyway, one time she says, "You're grouchy." No, I'm not. Throw a hamburger at her. All right. She's asking me stuff like, my favorite question. What do you like to do here the most? And I said, the waitresses. She says, no, no. What do you like to make? And I says, love. I miss my youth. Jesus, bring back the good old days, man. Good Lord. I never made it with Stacy though. Wonder whatever happened to her. She probably married some accountant or something. 2 years of steady light is really good. Well, it saved me, walking around at night. You get up to pee, because I do that 3 times a night nowadays. It's always good to have that little bit of extra light. Yeah, keeps me from tripping over sacks of pennies. This is kind of frigged. What is that? That's just a ruined penny. See anything here? No. I don't know what's in these sacks. Sometimes I clean off the desk. Sometimes it could be just about anything. Here's an old Wheatie. Looks to be in pretty good shape. We got full lines. EPU looks right. Good little splash of luster in there. That's why I kept it. I got a die chip in the right wheat here. Okay, they call this one, you ready? Bugs in the wheat. Yeah-huh. Okay, what's the date? Ready? It's a 51. It looks okay. It's in better shape. But not good enough, so we'll put that in the sack, and somebody in the big show will get that. Geez, you get these wheat pennies, and you got to have something to do with them. You get thousands of wheat pennies. What do you do with the damn things? You get thousands of those what do they call them? The Canadian pennies there. Well, geez, the big show will eat those things up left and right. So, yeah, we throw them in the big show every now and again. Okay with me, man. Gets rid of them, and people are happy to have them. Somewhere is a kid who's going to get a sack of pennies and just go to town. Well, good. What was the date on this one? 45. That's a war. That's plain wore out. Is this the parking lot sack? It might be. What's in the middle of that? Oh, a freaking stain, a water spot. That looks right. Check his head. Here. Check up here. Is that a P? No, it's a D. Okay, is my package of the big show getting low? Man, I drained that months ago. I've been putting in wheat pennies with your name on it. I'm not going to leave you out in the dark. Yeah. That looks funny. Huh. Whenever you say to yourself, huh, that's funny, let that send up a flag. Steve's off to work. It's 4 in the morning you're going to work. You need to quit that job and just look at pennies, man. Okay. When you say to yourself, that's funny, go deeper. All right. Turn it, twist it, turn it upside down. People send pictures of coins to me all the time. They looks like this. Does that look double to you? I don't even look at pictures if they're not straight up, right? Cropped, centered, smell like friggin' lavender. I don't even look at them anymore. That does look funny. Ah, why does that look funny? Did you see my last video? MD. Okay, that's why it looks funny. Top of the N, top of the E. Let's see if we can pick that up. It's got MD on it. That becursed MD, the bane of the variety collector. All right, we're never going to see it. Okay, it's MD. Pay no heed to the man behind the curtain. I spoiled him on a good smelling coin. That was the best smelling package. Man, Cindy's got a good smelling package. It sounds dirty, doesn't it? Okay, let's get the focus back. There we go. Alrighty. This one they miss a lot of times. People don't check this line right here. Go from the point straight down, below the U, P and U. And look for doubling in there. It ain't going to be much. It'll be like, the little line with a little extra bump in there. And right about here is a place to look. You can look lower down, but it should be right up in here. There's my center of my coin right there. And the other direction is right there. So, let's see, there. That's the spot to look. There. Right, okay. There, that spot. Right in here. That's where I'm going to expect it. Yep, on the front, it looks like a doubled ear. On the memorial, it's a doubled column beside the statue. And you might see that. Oh, look, here's a 1928. Oh, good. I think I need that one. Good old woodiness. Nah, it's a microscopic woody. You can't see that in real life. Let me look for 1928. Anything known for 1928? I got this thing up 24/7. Let's see. Screen. 1928. Okay, that's 1952. Where's 1928? What do we got for 1928? We're coming up on it. There's 1928. So we got, let's see, a few DDOs, right? There. That's it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 DDOs. That's it. Kind of clockwise spread on the date from K5. Extra eyelid, triple eyelid, and thickness on all the vices. Where the hell's my... Alright, extra thickness on the date. That looks pretty normal. Extra eyelid. What's that in front of his face there? A pimple? Who's that little scope? I got the little loop out. I don't know, man. I can't tell what the hell I'm looking at. Let's zoom in on that. Can you see it right here? That. Okay, back to the screen. And this is the database. Okay, extra eyelid, tripled eyelid. Let's pull up some cross references on that. Let's see. Click, click, these two. Yeah, which is number 2 and number 3. All right, Wexler has a couple. Copper Coins has a couple. Let's look at these. That's a clash. That's a hell of a clash mark. And you get some extra stuff down there. Okay, there's the extra thickness on the date and the doubling on the date. I don't see that. Wexler has great descriptions, but his photos aren't that great. All right, let's see if we can put up this. How can we put up the screen and the webcam at the same time? We can do some magic here. Where's the damn webcam? Nope, that's the webcam. I want the scope. Let's see some magic. Where? Give me the scope. It's not even on here. Oh, I know why. I didn't change the scope. Okay, then we'll add it in. Add video capture device. Yeah, existing scope 2. Ta-da! There. So we get the scope and the screen. So for me to see this, how are we going to do this? So I want to see if this bit matches what I got over here. There, bring it up. I think that's a little low for what he's got. Where'd that other one go? Okay, looks like he's got 2. Oh, it's a triple hub. Yep, up here, close. That's awfully low. That would have to be down around here. Are those the same? This might be similar. All right, keep going. What's number 3? Ooh, 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 ooh. That's way too high. Yeah, see, my thing is down in this area, off his eye bags. Let's look at it again. Where's that lit up one? Uh-huh. I got loops all over the place here. Inconclusive with that. Okay, let's look at this again. Nope, what happened? Back to the scope. I'm going to put this down here. So I'll get this in my hand now. I'm going to change the angle of attack. The hard part about doing it this way is finding the darn feature you're trying to find. What is that? That's the we, so it should be down here. Where's his nose? Oh, there it is. Okay, the eye. It's gone. It was there, then I bumped it. There's God. There, we get some focus. That's an ear. Head, eyeball. I think it's just crud, grunge or something. I don't see any relief on this shot. It should be his nose. That's his nose. All right. No matter. Yeah, I think it's just crud. All right. Well, what do you got there? VF. How'd the back look? That's a decent VF. Nothing wrong with the back. Variety hunting is all about just looking and looking and looking and still looking, and then you look at more. It's a way of life. Let's see if I can find the chat again. There it is. All right. Split the window. We did. Here's a pen. 1928 VF. Otherwise problem free. Well, good. Now, where's the box I was jamming all this stuff in? This one. Yeah, we'll just jam them in there. What's one more, huh? I'll find it eventually. Chuck's a photo master. He takes photos for. You got to see this one. Okay, here's the He takes photos. You know, people want to insure their coin collection, so they, call somebody up and say, "Hey, man." And Chuck does that. He'll appraise them, and he also takes photos of the darn things. What's this? Here's one he took. It's freaking nuts. Yeah, there. It's up. You ready? Let me get me out of the way here. There. Nope, that's not it. This one's it. This is a good-looking penny, baby. You want a good-looking wood? That's what that looks like. Yeah. That just glows in the dark. Photos like this are good enough. You can identify that specifically, from these die markers, from the markers on the coin. Yeah, I got a couple of marks. That's too bad. Get a little bit of lamination up here. But the color here is just nuts. That's a good looking penny. There's home. Alrighty. There's a scope. Alright, and then I gotta find the screen there with that, and then put this back up top. It's all layered here. Yeah, that was gorgeous. I don't know if that was his or he was taking a picture of somebody else, but he takes, he's got his photo quality tight. Yeah, there's a level at which you have to expand from just coins into other things. What's this? We'll get a lamination on this one. Alrighty, there it is. I can zoom out and you'll see it better. Sometimes the amount of zoom is too much to show what you want to show. And get the light right. There you go. And so you get this lamination peel, which is last after strike on his neck and what's that? His coat. But you've got a peel up here. This is still connected, so that's retained lamination. And this is a loss. Okay, that's a decent one for 56. Yeah, something like this. Not a whole lot of additional value. Is there any particular type of coin that Big Show's in need of? Yes, $20 St. Gaudens gold. We could use 5, 6, whatever you got lying around. Let's see. BU rolls would be slick if you got a couple of those around. Quarters would be slick. We got pennies. We got a few nickels. Get a little light. We got a bunch of half dollars over there. Yeah. I mean, what if 20 people sent in 2 rolls apiece? We'd have the best part of a whole batch of BU pennies to get started with. All right, let's mark this one and get it over here. Give somebody a head start on a pretty good set. What's that say? Where's my can? There it is. Look, I'm not going to run out of little cards for a while. All right. Buffaloes, Indians, 2 cents, 3 cents, 20 cents. Dude, whatever you send is good. There's stuff I would put in, but people send stuff I wouldn't even think to put in. That's what really adds diversity to the package. So don't ask me what to put in. You come up with something. That works best. We accept it all. Now, if it's low value, right, I'm going to put those in the cheap flips. I got 2 cases of these. I ordered the wrong damn code. So I got 2 cases of these. These are good for a couple of years. And well, new hobbyists don't know the difference, and they probably have lower value coins to begin with, so it kind of works. But I'll take, let's see, the coins that are in a holder, like those dimes. There we go. Where Fella sent the dimes and pennies that are already in mint set. Well, I can put that in here. They'll be fine. Some of those foreigns. And I made a mistake. I didn't put the foreigns in during the big show last week, so I put them in. One for every person who sent in a donation. That works. Why is this in here? Because of that. Yeah. You get die cracks on 83s galore. All right, there's one right here. It goes from the rim to about there. I'll throw it in the cup. Kimberger's here. I have some webbing on the way. Woohoo, they like the webbing. I had a bunch, but I ran out. There's a decent one. What's this over here? Get this out of the, get out the way. What's this mark? No, okay. There. That's what we talk about when we talk about die markers. Where are you? Let's see if we can get the angle on that just right. And the focus. There you go. It's a little gouge or a polishing mark on the die. So it's going to leave a raised bit on the coin. That's all that is. Anything with a mint mark I got to notice about? That looks perfectly normal. All right, 1955. Let's look at his eyeball. So I got one hand moving the coin around. The other one moves the focus around, because as I move the coin up and down, I bring it into and out of focus. And what is that? What's this gibberish right here? Okay, now it's flat. I don't see anything on it flat. Let's see what happens if I touch it with a stick. Does it disappear? Apparently so. Yeah. Well, it's a decent 55S. But we can't tell for the brightness of it here. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, let's look up here. I can just click that off. Look at that. See, there's some more marks on that coin. Around the edges of the coin is a lot of times where you're going to find a lot of these little these markers, right? And well, is it peripheral die damage, or are they taking the polishing grinder, right, and getting to the edge and angling it so you get a little more force? You ever sand a block of wood? Yeah. So that's a place to look for polishing. You know, heavier polishing marks and die markers, little bumps and nicks where they bounce the things around. Because let's face it, these are government workers. And they've got thousands of these things they deal with. Lots of markers on this one. And we'll put that in a holder. Why are you poking Abe in the eye, man? I'm trying to see if that thing that I saw would move, and it did. Yep, the stuff's in a Ziploc bag with, I think there was cheese puffs or cookies in there before. So you might have a crumb here and there. Dave Carlisle's here. That's toning up a little decently. He's got a little color in the back. We can look at that here. Where are you? There, that's it. 1955S. Sharp. Not a thing wrong with it. I get like $1 for these. Ta-da! Keep on going. Wow, look, you can see the earwax here. All right, why do I have a 1972 in here? You see that bit above inside the 2? See that little bit right in here? This is probably going to be a master die doubling. Let's look at the end. This is where I pick it up first and best. Yeah, that's this is master die doubling. You can probably see it over here pretty well. Look on the E. Looks like there's, you know, 3 pieces. On the U, the top of the U, it shows up best. But all the 72s have it. P, D, and S. Nothing with a D. See, I'm going to touch A. But let's see if that little line between the L and I disappears. Yeah, see? Lint. I must have used this bag previously for storing dryer lint. That's probably what it is. EPU, how do you look? You look normal. Yeah, you get the sloppy FG of the 70s. Yeah, 72s, that's one of the, you know, when I'm when I'm doing my rolls over there, 72 is going to be one of the first dates I look at. And what do we got here? Lizzie. Yeah. What's the date on the Lizzie? 81. That's not a remarkable date. I look for extra bits inside here. I never find it. That's filthy. Somebody might want it. Can a nerd. 91, 90. Why'd I pick this one out? I don't know, man. 90 was a quiet year. Let's look at the columns in here. Yep, the lights work great on this. I got to turn it down here. For extra columns, nothing. Okay. Some of the stuff might be I just, you know, dumped my pocket change in the desk, didn't get through it, need to clean up the desk of the big show or something. It's a little bit woody on that one. This looks normal. L. The L is a great thing to look at. Compare the thickness of the bottom to the thickness of the upright. And then the U's are a great place. All right. It's a little bit woody. Yeah, you can see some color variation in there, but it doesn't really stand out. You still have the thumbprint Lincoln. I stuck him up here, but the container I stuck him in is no longer there. There. That was like 2 years ago. We'll just do another one is all. Make it look like this in time. What is it that gets these coins stuck in these bags? I don't know, man. It's late. I got nothing better to do, so I just haul pennies out, look at them, throw them in a cup. What I find. 90. 90. Okay, so this is a wide AM. This is the same design used in 98, 99, and 2000 on the Whams. Same design. right? From 89 onward, from 89 to '08, the design on the back is either a cam or a wham. What matters is the date and which design. But it's either one or the other. So if you want, just pick any of them out, and if it's the right design for the year, you've got a reference, and you say, aha, I'll compare this. Next time I get a close AM, I suspect, or a wide AM, I suspect. Nothing on that, but I need some S's. Let's put those, here we go. Here's a tube. I need some estimates for some sets. Give me a sticker. Where'd those go? I had some stickers. What was I doing with those? I forget. Okay, tape. Do the tape thing. Smints. People spend money on this hobby. I mean, all kinds of stickers and printing and God knows what. Yeah, back in the day, they used to make these holders, the 2x2 cardboard in all kinds of different colors. I mean, every color of the rainbow. So they'd have red holders for pennies, color code their stuff. 47S. All right. Or maybe they'd put them in regular white, but anything special they'd put in the red. All right. Well, look, I got one size holder, fits them all. Gone are the days of having stacks of cardboard here on the shelf, right? Where I got to have penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half, dollar, large dollar, small dollar. 6 different sizes of flip. Because mostly I do pennies anyway. But what if I find a nickel? Okay. What's going on with that bit on the roof there? Doo-doo on it. That's one thing I like about the plastic flips. Hey, it fits everything, man. Instead of having 6 different sizes, I got one size and it works great. How's that look? You still haven't found a wham or a cam. Well, I don't think you're trying hard enough. Figure a dozen boxes of pennies. There's a good chance you'll find a wham, a wide AM. And if you go through twice that many, well, you double your chances. But it might take, it might take 20 or 30 boxes. Lordy. Yep. They go through these things looking for the wheat pennies, and well, coin hunting, a lot of it is based on experience and knowledge, knowing what the hell to hunt for. It's not very good looking for a woody. All right, so you're going to make that list for yourself. And you start out, okay, pick out your wheat pennies. Pick out your Canadian pennies, anything foreign. Anything is not a normal looking penny. And over time, you build this list. I want to pick out the 1972s, right? Get a valuable double die, and pick those out, and separate them in a bag or a cup. I mean, I use cups, and when they get full, I dump them in bags. 69S. Pick those out and set them aside. Give them another look. Then your 88s, P and V. because you're looking for the FG on that one, which is the same reverse used on the Whams in 98, 99, and 2000. But the normal design for the date also has a space in the A and M. I'm throwing these down, but I need to put them in the wheat bag there. All right. And then, of course, you separate out the 98, 99, and 2000. You know, separate the 84s so you can check those for double ear. I don't know, if you're just sorting them out by date, you're probably not looking too much at the detail. So pick out those dates. Okay, we're going to die crack down here. And as you learn about another special coin, you know, something to hunt for, like say the 97 with the double ear, or the 1994 with the extra columns over in the last bay on the right. You know, you save that date out. Then, over time, you realize, okay, I just need to save every date. That's just a train wreck. Because just about every date has something. Okay, the late 70s were pretty quiet. 2000D is pretty quiet. You know, your experience will tell you what to hunt for, what to pick out. Maybe you don't want to bother looking at 1973 because, yeah, there's a minor double die. It really doesn't draw a premium, and it's particularly hard to detect. Do you pick those out just in case? I mean, some of these dates I'm going to go through first. I always look for the Whams first because there's good money in Whams. If you pick out just the Whams, you'll make more money than you would picking out just the wheats. No fooling. I've done the math. It's true. If you're not hunting for Whams, you're losing half your money on those bags. You know, you want 1983, you got to check the reverse on those. I do not bother weighing my 1982s. Nope. Ain't worth it. You got nothing but time, man. That's all right. Well, spend the time taking notes. Learn this stuff and take notes. Keep a notebook. I recommend like a 3-ring binder. You can get that college ruled paper so you can write small. But actually, at our age, we could probably get the the wide ruled paper. It's maybe like a thick marker too, so we can see it. But take notes. One date, one page. Ain't nothing to it. What to look for that date, and just add to it as you go. Now, every date has something. Let me think. Yeah, okay, some dates have very, very little. But every year has something. Well, keep your notes. And just keep adding to them. It's real easy. One page is 1909. See the duck lips? And he's got knobs on his chin. That's 2000. Let's look at the back. I keep notes on how to identify the wide AM. This is not one. This is a close AM. Yep. So if you find this design, those letters, right? And those letters on the back of a 92 P or D, you got cheddar. You got good money coming. All right. So 2000, when I got those out, I always check the little man. If it's not a Wham, well, you still got some DDRs to hunt for. I run a Sharpie so I can see it. I don't blame you, man. I can't see the camera after 10 or 12 hours straight after a really hardcore stint. No polished marks. Now, you stick with it long enough and you'll get to a point you don't need the freaking notes. But they come in handy because nobody's going to remember everything. Right? But you don't need to sort by date and by year. And you just pick up a penny and take a look. See what's different. You might have to go through a million pennies to do this. But there's a point at which you'll have learned enough of the design to be able to pick out anything that's different. Hector's here. I'm not separating the weaves. There we go. What day, say? What day is it? Nobody tells me nothing. It was trash day today. I found out when I hear the trash truck driving by. Well, look, it takes me a month to fill that trash barrel. What's going on there? So, they took it like a couple of weeks ago. I got time. Okay. We got a little crack right here. Right there. And it's an 83, so that explains the crack. 83 is full of, but what's going on here? Oh, it's a hair. Okay. It's not one of mine, I swear it. We'll save that for later. Might be that cat. That's it. I should get another cat. It's been a year since that cat ran off. Year and a half, 2 years, I don't know. Yep, he came, he showed up, ate the food, crapped in the laundry room, and said, see you later, I'm out of here. Ken, all my kids moved out. Woohoo! My light bill's under $100. Man, I hit $1.25 this month. Yeah, ain't too bad. Winter, it's a little higher. Summer, it's $1.25. And there's a little misaligned. It's an 83, so it's probably got a crack here somewhere. Wow, 1983 without a crack. Hell, that's probably worth something all by itself. Now what you can do, you can print up a picture of Lincoln and just mark all the areas to look for each date. One of these. Ta-da! Isn't that handy? There. Nope, that's not. Yeah, I'll put that right here. What do you look for on what date? Do you want a different picture for each date? Because you could do that. And you do it in black and white instead of the pretty colors here. Get down. And maybe that's what you need in your notes. Draw a mustache on them, some glasses. Different dates, like 1955, you see the RIDBs, bunches of dates with cracks through Liberty or various die chips in various parts as clash marks. Most dates will have a clash. Not every date will have one that's pronounced. Sometimes they change them out so they're not very populated. But look at the bottom. That's a great place for cuds. That's a great place for cuds down below here because it's, you got that where the device, like the portrait, is thick. Well, I've got more meat over here than I do here on the die, so this becomes a weak spot on the die and a place where you're going to find cuds. Then you flip the page over. Huh, there's the back of the coin. I didn't do it in this case. He looks like the Planter's Peanut Man. Well, you know, Abe had to put himself through college. And it was pretty pricey because he went to lawyer college. And even back then, they soaked him. So he split logs. Right? He killed vampires. He sold peanuts for a little while. No fooling. He ran whores. You know, anything for a buck. He's a politician. Come on. Even Abe Lincoln was a politician. Jesus, even George Washington was a politician. It was a damage. Even Ron Reagan was a politician. Does anyone know what this means? PPA. Application dispatched from Prexam. Not yet. I have no idea what the hell that's talking about. Is that a pill? Prexam. Beats me. Let's look at that ass. Anything funny about it? Looks good to me. What's Prexam? Is that the pill you take so your toenails don't turn yellow? They got that. It's out there. They got a name for it too. They got a trade name. They got a real name. Some sort of anti-jizz for toenails. Yeah, that's pretty wore out. Yep, where's the S's? File for a patent in numismatics. Application dispatched from Prexam. Is Prexam the name of a guy at the patent office? See, patents are good. You come up with the idea, and you put a patent on it. And then anybody who wants to use your idea, well, they can, but if they want to sell it, they're going to pay you. Every freaking piece they sell. Yeah. Some companies, you work there, you invent something, they let you patent it. Other companies, you work there, they get the patent, the company. So work for the company that lets you patent the stuff yourself. And it turns out, what do you know, where the employees get to patent it from themselves, they get a whole lot more patents. They get a whole lot more products. The incentive will create the end. That 9 looks fat. Maybe a little, but the 8 doesn't. The 9 looks like it's took a couple of hits to flatten it. Nothing on that one. There are 2 double ears. One's huge. The other one's real close and subtle. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Ken's a huge part of it. Oh, well, good. Well, if you make a fortune, don't forget the big show, huh? The big show needs you. Hopefully it's original. Yep. Now, Stunet, we call him Stork back in college. He's a patent lawyer down in D.C. He handles, the tech patents. No, Stork was Stork. Stu was Stunet. Yeah. I don't know what happened to Stork, but Stunet. Stu Unit. He's a patent lawyer. He was sharp. Still is. Has as much hair as me. You know, you get some of them patents, they get a little bit technical. That's where his expertise comes in. Bumpy one. See this? They roll out the zinc and they punch the zinc like they did the copper, right? Out of a sheet. But the rollers of the zinc, well, they run them and run them and run them. Well, they get a little worn in time. And so your pennies become striped from the rollers. And they just plate over it. And the plating fits the shape of the, you know, the surface of the planchet. And it gets these lines too. Anything here? No. Huh. See, now I'm over here thinking, what did he invent? Well, I hope it was something cool. Was it like a dragon head costume? Because I think the post office has a patent on that. Yeah. I've invented a few things. Don't have any patents though. Okay, we got this one. The you got the sprayer, right, on your sink there. Well, what if you, instead of this just a spray head, what if you've had you know, like a water turbine in there to spin a brush? So now you can take your, you know, you got a brush and water coming through, so you can like clean your, you know, your cups or baby bottles or whatever the hell. That'd be slick. That's a wheat. All right, then we came up with, and I'm still working on this one. I'm not an artist, so it's really slowing me down. You know, you got the gruesome gum. We got the trading cards and the bubble gum, like baseball cards, right? But instead of having, you know, baseball players or sports figures, you got like, you know, a deer that got run over. Gruesome gum, gruesome cards. I mean, the kids would like it. The parents would hate me. What do you got? I got a mangy dog. Yeah, I got a beheaded infidel. Trade you. All right. 90D. There was nothing on 90D. 90D is one of those slow dates. We can still look for errors. Those still occur on any date. You can always look for errors. Okay, then and we're working on that. Then we got the stickers, kind of like the garbage pail kids, but with, you know, some gross shit. Like the guy who got his arm stuck in the meat grinder, you know, and it went through, and it just, it's pretty nasty. Okay. Or somebody fell into a wood chipper and it just spray is all it is. It's not as gruesome. But you got to get those copyrights is what you got to get. All right. Then you got the stickers. I got to get that. This is where I need the artist. Because down here, they drive over everything in the road. So you get roadkill stickers. Remember in World War II? You know, you shoot down a Japanese Zero, they put a picture of a Japanese flag on the side of your airplane. Well, down here, it's a sport, really. It's a way of life. I've hit so many armadillos, especially in this area. Yeah, it don't make sense. I'm like the Holocaust to armadillos around here. They always end up upside down and spinning. I don't think it's the impact that kills them. It's the force of the blood running into their head while they're spinning, because they go like a top. It just crushes their brain, I think. Well, you know, instead of a Japanese flag, you get a sticker of an armadillo. I thought about magnets, and magnets would be okay, but you know, you go to the parking lot, they're gonna just peel them right off and run with it. They'd steal those. They got the picture on the back of the, you know, the minivan, mom, dad, dog, 18 kids, and a cat. Okay, we can do roadkill stickers. That should work. See little horns on that T? That's a worn out die. I better weigh it. All right, see the rough surface? You know it's a zinc. Don't need to weigh it. But we'll check it out. And really, you don't have to weigh these at all. Just pick the damn thing up and drop it. Did you hear that? That's a zinc. Speed bumps. It's a 35. Whew. Not quite good enough that I need to put that in its own holder. This is probably good for like, you know, a quarter or something. It's got crud on it. Yeah, somebody will get that in a big show sometime. 56D with the regular 6 hub. A regular bit mark. Now in 56D, all you got to look at is that just the eyeball. Ain't nothing else on these, but I always check for BIE. But there are several double dies, and all of them are eyeballs, eyelids. 41, you got 100 varieties on 41. Some are pretty magnificent. Check all your lettering on 1941. When you get to the T in trust, that one, pay particular attention to it. You're looking at the armpit of the T, the second T in trust. I can't see a damn thing. It's too filthy. Spikehead die crack. Yep. What you got? 90D. What's it doing in there? Look up here. I want to find more spike heads. Out of here. You always see me checking for spike heads. What's this one going to be? 58D. There is a double die for 1958 that is magnificent. It's as big and bold as the 55, as the 69S. And there's like, what, one example or two? I guess I caught that one early. So keep an eye out. Maybe there's another specimen. And those go for 6 digits. No shit. Let me show this to you. I probably got it here. Okay, here's the screen. Here's the database. Let's go down to 58. 58. 58. Where's this? Is this it? Is it 58 or 58D? I don't know which one. Let's try this one. Well, that's not it. Okay, got to be a 58. 1958 DDO, number 1. There, that's it. Can we see it? Open image in new tab. Nope, we still can't see it. Save that as Z. There. And right there, you can see it here. So it rotates around somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock. And you see the doubling evident on Liberty. And And in God we trust. It's magnificent, but it does start shrinking over here. So your greatest area of separation is somewhere around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere over on this side. Magnificent piece. Only a couple have been found so far, and almost no doubling over here. So it's a class 5. There it is. Strong spread and liberty in God we trust. And date. That's FS 101. Yep, that's a picture from Rick Snow. They've got it as class 1, is what they have here. I have to do some more study. Yeah, 125 to 200,000 bucks if you can find one. I guess I got 3 so far. Yeah, everybody's looking for that 1982 small date zinc. Those things are good for 15, 20,000. This bitch, that's 6 figures, baby. You don't waste your time looking for something. Look for one of those. All right, where's the scope? Check them all. And we say, what do I look for? And then looking for a full, people want a full list of everything to look for. Well, the best way to get a list of what to look for is assemble it as you go. Put together your own list, because you're going to learn more about what to look for when you assemble your own list, your own cheat sheet, than reading anybody else's. Let's see, here's home. Here's a screen. Is that the screen? All right, over on my blog here. Where is it? I got the Lincoln Cent Die Variety cheat sheet. All right, and this is probably the most viewed page on this whole blog, is this Die Variety cheat sheet. Now I've been adding to it and adding links, but really this is a fraction of what's out there. I got like 1 or 2 items for each date here. Some years I don't have a thing. Seriously, 2016 is a quiet year. There's a little DDR, right? Where'd that go? Oh, that's gone. Yup. And this is the most viewed item on the blog. Watch this. Go to design. Yeah, I post my blog, an article in response to somebody, and then I can look and see if it was viewed. And 2 days later, it ain't been viewed. Okay, where's the posts? Here's some posts. So whams and cams. Okay, this is recently. Let's do all time. There, whams and cams of 5,000 page views. No FG and floating roof. It has no premium, okay? Lathe lines. That 69S that girl found, that she had a lot of views on that. And here you go, Lincoln Cent Die Variety cheat sheet with 18,762 views. Yeah, that beats everything else, probably combined. Let's see, where's the overview? All-time history. So over, 14-15% of every hit on this blog has been to that cheat sheet. No shit. And they want a list. And they'll take any list, doesn't matter what. But they're going to learn more if they assembled their own list of what to look for. Because the real list is this. This is the real list of what to look for. And this is partial. This is incomplete. This only has some things. We were comparing how many Wexler has to how many copper coins has to how many Konica has, because that gives us the ability to do that with this, and how many the cherry pickers variety has, for example. And we'll pick them apart, look at them all. Here's memorial pennies, what to look for. That was 1959. Here's 1960. There you go. Several pages. Good Lord. 1961 D. Lots of stuff on 1961 D. 62. 62. There you go. 62D. 63. 63D. Seriously, anything that's abnormal, atypical, or different from the normal design, pick it out. There. Okay. I'm babbling. Where'd we go? Here we go. Home. There. Find one with a roof and FG. Should be almost. Oh, it's getting around. It comes in waves. People don't know about it for a while, and then somebody hears about it, posts it, and then it seems to get kind of viral for a little bit. And I end up posting that link to the article about the floating roof uh, for a couple of weeks, and then it fades away again. Morning, Spikehead. The mint are such teases. What's my favorite variety hunter doing? We're looking at pennies. Ken can find some whoppers? Very rarely. Rarely. I found some good ones, but rarely. They're few and far between. Luck is tempered and trumped indeed by perseverance, right? Luck comes in handy. That looked kind of fat. All right, it was out of focus. Yep, experience is going to be in understanding the design and knowing exactly what it looks like and what is different, what looks different. When you can pick that stuff out, you get a chance. But if you look for stuff that's on a cheat sheet somewhere, you're only looking for that stuff that's on that list. You're not going to find them all. And these cheat sheets, I got them. I think JB's got one. They're out there. What do you got? The Cherry Picker's Guide. That's just a glorified cheat sheet. He's got some winners in there for sure. But that's all it is. If that's all you're looking for, you're not going to see. You're not going to find anything new. You're not going to make any discoveries. You're not going to make a contribution to the hobby. You know, take it all the way. Go the next step. Is there anything here? And hunt for varieties that have not been discovered. Yep. I guess there's a competition over on Facebook. Some people are, trying to find more stuff to submit so they can get a, attribution, be it from Wexler or whoever. There's a dime. Wiles. I get, 5 submissions a month, but that'll change. Look, look, look. When you find one, they jump off the screen instantly. Can you see it? What's that one? Hey, we got one. We got a nice winner. Do you have 2x2s in stock? Yes. You're out? Didn't you just get some? I gotta look this one up right now. All right. Five. Oh, I have several of 5s. Where the hell's my... Okay, scroll back. 1960D. Number 5. And a large date or small date. I'll have to find out. That's a RPM number 5. I don't have photos for the database yet for this, but home, nope, screen. There you go. There's your match. Is large, 1960D, RPM number 5. Ta-da-da! Let's see, do we have a die chip in the column? And a crack on the top. Ooh, I'd like to see the big fat die chip. Wow, that's probably good for like, I don't know, $3-4. Let's look at the back. Let's go. There. There, I get some pictures of 5. So I got a couple of 5s. We got a die chip on the column here, but no crack. I can live with that. Yep. There, let me write that down on a piece of paper. See, that's flat. If I put that at an angle, you probably see it better. Where's my pen? I have no idea how many 60D RPMs I have. But I don't bother attributing most of the time anymore. Just stop them. There's a bunch of them here, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good one, too. Let me find the chat again. There it is. And keep on going. Look at it. Look at it. You have 600 or you need 600? Send me you get a message, do that Twitter thing so I can get your email address because I don't know what it is. I don't memorize those things, but PayPal does. I just have to type in like the first 3 letters and it goes right to it. All right. 2005. Is it? Is it? It's a great year for these class 9s here. Yeah, I think that's probably it. It's nothing. There's nothing here. Okay, in here, I get that bit right beside the statue. That's probably why it's in the bag, because I wanted to look. But this is spots like this. These are rinse spots. Cruddy rinse cycles. Or check mycoinyahoo.com, KPV. Use KPV primarily, but I think I need to come up with another email address because I'm not getting, I think, all my emails. People send emails and I wait for 2 weeks to hear from them. And I don't know why that is, but I've had that same email address for long enough that it's probably time to change. Clean it out. $2005. Do I have a 2005? I don't know, man. It's spotty. What's this one? 90. He's got a lot of 90s. Gruesome gum. I mean, all them tank battles. Remember that, the Highway of Death over in Kuwait? Yeah, that's like a whole deck of gruesome gum cards all by itself. You get them roasted carbon bodies sticking out of the tanks. Looks normal. Yeah, Libya was getting antsy. They were getting kind of excited, doing some saber rattling. So I guess the CIA in a local newspaper rented some space and just put in some pictures of the Kuwait that magic mile there, and things settled down real quick. Yeah, go ahead, mess with us, because we see you when you're sleeping. We know when you're awake. We're like freaking Santa Claus with guided missiles. We got a rim ridge, or a ridge ring, whatever the hell you want to call it. What's that? What is that? We got a spiked head. Look, 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 look. We got a spiked head. Get in there. Get in there. Get it down, 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 do 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 down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Starts at the rim, goes through the D, and comes to the head, goes into the head, continues for a little while, and then peters out, it looks like. All right, good. I got a spike head. What to date? It's an 86 spike head. Ta-da! I've been there. Kuwait or Libya. Smallpox. Lincoln caught smallpox during 1918. Yep, they had this big smallpox epidemic 102 years ago. It didn't really make the news because everybody was talking about the flu. No matter. That's when Lincoln got it. $20.12. How's that look? Normal. Hey, look here. Normal. See the tops and bottoms of the letters? The points, the evenness of the Y. Kuwait. Buddy of mine, back in the day, they hauled him in. They called up his reg, and he was at the Battle of Kuwait Airport. He said, "Man, we just ducked down and called in air support." Good. Lincoln probably didn't care in 1918. No, not so much. He didn't complain much, but by God, he had the pox. And they put it on the pennies. This is filthy. Just plain filthy. No, I'm not going to look anymore. I'll check the ear and then send it to the cleaners. 96D, ain't nothing on these. 96D was a quiet date. Most of your D's are. There. Oh, coffee time. I got, let's see, the radish have germinated. The collards, I think, have germinated. Cucumber, I haven't heard from them yet. Haven't heard from the zook yet. Haven't heard from the tomatoes yet. what else has started? But so far it looks like radish and collards. Well, that, you know, they show up pretty quick. I mean, you, you shine a flashlight on them, those things want to germinate. Yep, the rack and bowl is out there. How's that look? Normal. I'm kind of anxious for those tomatoes. I'd like to see those show up. Okay, that's an S. $28D with a damaged D. What the hell is the focus? You got to do better than this, buddy. There it is. Nothing on that one. Now we're gonna get some carrots going. Probably a few rutabagas. A person doesn't need, you know, a row of rutabagas. Back in New York, I planted, I don't know, 50 square feet of rutabagas, and them things got to be, I mean, basketballs. Imagine a turnip as, you know, bigger than your head, bigger than a baby's head. One of them big baby heads, you know what I mean? You know the ones. They get these giant heads. How's that look? It's above that 9. Oh, there's nothing wrong with rutabaga. Now, my mother called it turnip, like a turnip, but it's, you know, not really a turnip. It's a rutabaga. Some people call them Swedes. It's like a rutabaga on steroids. They're a little pungent, if you like that sort of thing. Color. All right, what's going on at 9? Oh, this rusted all the shit. It's too bad. I might be zoomed in a little too much. Okay, it's just a splash of discoloration, I think. That wants to be looked at. No, nothing there. Keep it going. Nothing better than homegrown tomatoes. Man, the tomatoes today are grown to ship well. Right? They're grown to look good on a shelf so people don't say, I don't want that one. It's got a tiny little blemish that only a person with a loupe could see. They got to survive transportation and look good on sale. They don't grow them for flavor. Man, it used to be back in the day, a tomato tasted like a freaking tomato. It's got that tomato flavor to it. Now it tastes like a picture of a tomato. They were not bred for the past 50 years to come up with a good tasting tomato. Because people don't buy it based on taste. They can't taste it when it's sitting there on the shelf. They buy it because it looks good. So the farmers responded by giving them what they want. What was this one? 41. Yep. They give them a tomato that looks good and tastes like hay. Go, there's $2.70 an ounce then. When was this? 1918? Yeah, that's back in the day. I remember gold was 600. Am I using store-bought seeds? Tomatoes, I'll go and get a tomato. There's a shop in town. They got some. They got local grown stuff, and they got some good tomatoes. Right? I'll get a tomato. If I like it, I save the seeds. I taste it first, make a sandwich, and plant the seeds. Yep, because the store-bought seeds are probably the same damn thing. I like beef steaks. They work well on a sandwich. But ox hearts, really, those taste good. I've really taken a liking to ox heart tomatoes. They taste good. They're kind of more oblong. It's not the big gnarly ones, which really taste good. So you cut them, you can slice it up and it's kind of uniform for your sandwich. So I like that part. That is a close AM. See that? 2000. I've got a gap here, but the M is really, see the leg of the M, how skinny and scrawny that is? All right, so I got a space, I got a wide AM, but a really scrawny M. This tells me this ain't a wham. This tells me it's a cam. So I want to look down here at the G. Look, it's got the dumb G, the dumb looking G. And up here, well, this is about gone, but it's a little closer over here on the right. The bottom of the A is closer to this T than that bottom of the A, which is the same A, to that T. So this is an over-polished die. And what that does is remove the material from the surface of the die first, which is going to be, the field on the coin. And these letters have a, they got a trapezoidal shape. So as you polish the die too much, the letters are going to look like they're shrinking. That's the wrong FG. That's not a wham. That's a scam. That's a good teaching tool. That's a cram. It's the anti-wham. But it's an over-polished die. We'll call it a scram. Come on, pen. SCRAM. Yeah, I got the pen from Hoogie. I fucking love it. You get these expensive pens. And all you got to do is just get a refill. Ta-da, that. Gonna come out. Come on, come out. That. You get the refill. That's all you need. It's like $1.19 or something, but the pen is forever. Gonna crank it. Should come out. There. So if it stops writing, go get another ink thing, buddy. Yep, that's working right again. I think I need to push it in just a hair. That's got it. Coca-Cola. Coca-Bolo. I wonder what a Coca-Bolo looks like in real life. It's got monkeys in it. It's from they grow them in like Africa. What's this one? That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There it is. Well, it looks like death warmed over. This is a junker. You get the same one. He made mine special. 47D. We'll never tell. That's just a nasty mess. You got one too? If he were to sell those, he'd probably get like $69.95 or more. Seriously, they're top quality. That's craftsmanship right there. Normal. Nothing in the head. Coral cherry wood. Jesus. All I got is Cocobolo. I didn't get anything fun like Babinga. That'd be fun. I just like saying Babinga. Yeah, some nice exotic woods out there. Some are so hard you can't cut them. I made a bat out of something. Ironwood. It was from up north. And I think I got it from these two guys down here in Fort White. Herman and Herschel. Yeah, they got all kinds of exotic woods. They got a lumber mill. You know, they cut wood, they dry it, they sell lumber. Anyway, they had a piece of this stuff, and it was heavy. I mean, it was hard stuff. And it was just extra. You know, they trimmed out a log or some darn thing, and it was like a cut off. So I kept it. They said, you can keep it. All right. So I worked it into a bat. Never did finish it, but it was kind of like a bat. Man, that thing was heavy. I kept it as my home defense. $54S. How you look? Jesus, it's 5:30. That is a normal looking S. It's a little bit woody. This is crap. Ain't that a shame? That killed it. Killed it. I don't know if it was plated. Sometimes you get these coins that are kind of shiny, kind of funky. They're not right. Is it plated? Well, why not? I don't know what it's plated with. Is it copper? Is it brass? Is it something weird, something else? But, well, they tend to wear off unevenly. Probably a poor plating job if it was. That's how it is sanded. If it was, it's not going to be valuable because, you know, it's plated. 45S with the ball serif. Decent shape. That's a color. Oh, I could just put a flip for one of these sets up here. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm petering out, guys. I'm fading fast. Science experiment, yeah. Could be a work, you know, vocational tech experiment. 1945S. We used to have metal shop, wood shop, auto shop, electric shop. All that went the way of the dodo the past 30, 40 years. We used to have home ec. I used to teach kids stuff. All right, there's home. Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm fading out, so I'm going to take off. Hey, did you see my new intro? I fixed it. I just added a little sound clip. Look, I'm out of here. You guys stay groovy, okay?